Donald Trump has always been known for saying the unexpected. But when rumors, or let's say, speculation, started flying around about him wanting Canada to become the 51st state of the United States, it definitely raised some eyebrows. Now, let's be clear, there's no official policy proposal on the table. But the idea is floating around in political circles, fueled by Trump's usual, bigger is better, mentality and some provocative rhetoric. So today, let's dive deep into this scenario. Why would Trump want Canada to become part of the US? What would it actually take? And, most importantly, why would this never, ever work? Trump's why, bold vision or political theater? Let's start with why Trump might even suggest such an outrageous idea. First, resources. Canada has the third largest proven oil reserves in the world, after Venezuela and Saudi Arabia. It's rich in timber, freshwater, minerals, and hydroelectric power. From an economic perspective, it's a treasure chest. Second, territorial pride. Trump loves big, bold statements. Making America larger could be a symbolic win. Think about it, Trump Tower, but on a continental scale. Third, political drama. Suggesting something as radical as absorbing a peaceful neighbor is sure to stir the pot. And if there's one thing Trump knows how to do, it's dominate headlines. Why it sounds appealing, on paper. Let's play devil's advocate for a moment. What if this idea actually had legs? The US and Canada already share the world's longest undefended border. They're each other's biggest trading partners. They cooperate on military issues through NORAD. Their cultures are largely compatible, same language, similar pop culture, closely linked economies, so why not unite? In theory, a merger could streamline cross-border trade, eliminate tariffs, consolidate infrastructure, and give the US even more global leverage. It might even let the US take advantage of Canada's progressive climate policies, something Trump likely wouldn't care about, but environmentalists might. Sounds like a geopolitical win-win, right? Wrong. Here's why. The cold, hard truth, sovereignty and identity. First of all, sovereignty. Canada is not a territory. It's not Puerto Rico. It's not Guam. It's not waiting around to be invited into the Union. Canada is a fully independent, parliamentary democracy with a constitutional monarchy and its own legal system. Would mean dismantling that system. Joining the US would mean dismantling that system entirely, giving up the Queen, or now, the King, abandoning its Charter of Rights, and overhauling its governmental framework. Think about that. Would any country voluntarily throw away its own constitution to become a state in someone else's republic? Not likely. Cultural and political chasms. Secondly, cultural and political differences. Yes, Americans and Canadians share a lot. But dig deeper, and the divides are sharp. Healthcare is a big one. Canada has universal healthcare, publicly funded, accessible to all. In the US, healthcare is privatized, expensive, and often politically divisive. Gun laws? Night and day. Canadians have tighter gun restrictions and far fewer gun deaths per capita. Immigration? Canada embraces multiculturalism, it's baked into its identity. The US? Well, let's just say it's complicated. Now imagine trying to reconcile those differences. You'd have Canadians fighting to keep their progressive policies while being absorbed into a political system that regularly sees gridlock, polarization, and lobbyist influence. That's not integration. That's ideological warfare. Segment 5 to 11 o'clock -12 to 30, Constitutional and Legal Barriers. Number 3, Constitutional Impossibility. Under U.S. law, new states can only be added with the approval of Congress. That alone is a major hurdle. Goal Canada? It's not just a state, it's 10 provinces, 3 territories, and over 150 years of independence. The idea of dissolving Canada and reassembling it into several U.S. states would require approval from Canadian Parliament, each provincial legislature, and likely a national referendum. That's not just improbable. That's political science fiction. If you ask a Canadian to join the US, they'd say, "No thanks, Just a joke." No, but seriously, let's talk about the people. Would Canadians even want this? Polls have consistently shown that Canadians value their distinct identity. They may like American TV, music, and sports, but they're proud of being Canadian. They rank higher in global happiness surveys, trust their public institutions more, and generally have more confidence in government services. So why would Trump suggest such an idea? Attention, distraction, maybe even genuine belief in his vision of expanding American greatness. But the reality is simple. Canada isn't for sale. It's not a US state in waiting. It's a proud, sovereign nation with a strong democracy, diverse culture, and no desire to be absorbed. Some ideas sound wild enough to go viral. This one? It stops at the border. Break. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into geopolitical absurdity, give it a like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more content that's bold, factual, and just a little bit sarcastic.